Alright guys, this is part 2 of my last video where I was doing the bridge. That's where we left off. I'm just loading the game as of right now, and let's get into this. I'm gonna try my best to talk more if you want me to, and I'm also gonna try my best to talk less if you don't want me to talk too much. Excuse me, I just had soda. But we are back with the bridge design, as you can see. Now obvious, I'm gonna start small with that. While yes, it does not look good, you're gonna see why I'm doing this. This is all part of the plan for shaping the design. Now, I'm sorry to anyone who doesn't realize this until now. I tend to get quiet when I'm immersed into the Minecraft gameplay, especially upon building. So if you hear me get so silent that it's eerie, that's not because I turned off my mic. That's not because I don't want to talk or I'm trying to talk less. That's usually because I'm actually immersed. So I hope that makes more sense of why it gets quiet a lot when I play the game. Let's see how bad it is up here. Okay, I can already see where this is becoming a problem. I think instead of signposts, I should invest in using bars. AC, please, it's getting hot in here, but I'm doing a video. Thanks, Mom. Shout out to my mom, by the way, on YouTube. Lady D119. You can find her, yeah, she's just turning on the AC because it's burning hot. I mean, it really is bad in this area of Texas. Like, I'm burning up. But I try to stay strong for you guys and simply keep playing the game. This design, not bad, but I have one grievance. The area at the bottom seems to like be my only controversial hassle. Do I stop or do I keep going? Cause I am kinda lost by where I'm at. It's kinda complicating. As you can see, the style of where I'm at is not good for building. It's not building friend. It's definitely not building friendly. I will not take this how it is. I'll bring it up another. This has to be better. It's better, but not as good as it could have. Now that we got the obvious block in the road of moving, we need to fix the top part. Here's where things get kind of itchy in my opinion. This part is complicating. No, I want to keep design. I need to be careful. I'm gonna have to replace it piece by piece. There's no other way around this. think this is my imagination running wild. See, what this could be for is this right here could be the path going from there to here. This bridge could lead to this island area once it's cleared up, and a village can be built onto this, and a pathway can be built to here to get more village along this side, and then kind of build inward to this. So we have a nice steady village. My house can still be connected towards that location, just harder to reach. Let me type something real quick. Oh my god, it's only making it farther away. I hate you. Food/farming. Now that is categorized. Since we're doing more water action right now, I think it's best we contest the territory design and think carefully of what we're going to do, because I don't want to merge my area with the village too much and make it so it looks bleh or ill. And I also want to make this a cave, but I have to also look around. Now, let me check the underground of this island and see what we actually have underground to work with, because this could lead to more village underground. No, this makes it less builder friendly. This exact problem right here, these caves. Is it water? Yes, it is water. That's our problem right there, our major. This is what's going to leave us with a big difficulty. It would make it so I can't put things easily underground. But if I count blocks correctly in certain areas, I could possibly pull off a few basement areas for more villagers underground. Yet, it is kind of a rough stretch there. I want to make this island village small, but not too small. And I don't want to overlap with the generated stuff. Now, to give you a more better tour of my land, you would go over the seas until you meet this wall. You would pass through the wall with your boat, finding yourself looking at a village, my house being near a dock. You enter onto the dock, you see this little place, beautiful and small. Yet when you go here, you have to get past the walls of my home, go up the stairs, and find me at my door. And we would be greeting each other or however. It's a nice ideal, but if you're trying to help me with my farm, we would go here and go to the farmland. A big stretch of land where I dream of possibly having animals in pens. Long stretches of field and more. And that's only the beginning. May I point out, only the beginning. You can tell that this kind of became a little swampy. My makeshift farmland here has become a swampy environment because of this draining into the area here to make this little hangout spot that's still unfinished. A small waterfall has arrived, making it so this has a log here and a natural garden. This water naturally will flow out to the water there and flow out into underground, making a swamp, B, a garden, or C, just a plot of watered down land. Over here, in fact, is so broken up. That's why I made it like this, to make it look more swampy. So the question is, what do I do here? Do I make a swamp vibe environment here and bring it up to here? Or instead of making a mucky swamp environment, do I make a lush garden? As I obviously ponder that, it's a controversial question, a small, harmless, controversial question that really begs the question, what would look good here? Now, while my mind is very good, and I can think of really cool ideals, I tend to get torn between certain designs, and this is where I get kind of torn up, not knowing what I truly want. But judging by my overall surroundings, I'm best to put forest here. Clean this place up. Put forest here up on this hilltop. Yet, be smart and put a small tower here to overlook the land better. Just a small guard post that can be given a small path into the forest up to the tower. Then build more garden here if I do so, or build more forest. I also have to take account that I have to chop the forest design here to make it so there's still able to be a path here to go over there in the future. But let me make the forest first, see how I feel, then carry on the build design after. Just for that long contemplation and explanation of my ideal here, I can easily show you that I obviously have many ideals, but they all have to fit. It's not about the fact that they're good designs. It's the fact that they just don't fit together, some of them. I don't see them fitting. And I don't want to make them pop out like they were designed. I want to make them look like it's a part of the land I'm building on, so to speak. Now, I don't want to do this because it's already there. That would ruin my home design. So this is out of the question. This is already a thing around which could bring good design, and this to this could make a good combo. Yet, this is too jungly, too acacia, too dark. This is out of control, more for a more realistic vibe of a swamp, too lush and beautiful, and too oak. So I'm left with the ideal of this or these two or just that. Let's see. I think I might actually sadly be better off blending the original design of the generated land with my land to make it look like it's always been there. But first, I'm gonna need to make a location up here, a small tower. So let's start building that before anything else. This tower is not gonna be special. Not at all, actually. It's gonna be a simple design. The reason for such a simple design is because it's an aesthetic. Yet it will be useful if you're actually trying to shoot people from up above. Even though it's an aesthetic, the use is still validizable. And quite useful, actually. Now the reason I'm leaving this open is because while yes, I have a design in mind for a simple build, I tend to love to add on to these things. So I'm going to obviously let my mind run wild here. Absolute wild. Because for some weird reason, I do way better when letting it run. My mind is unhinged and beautiful when it is. Remember, I have ideals, but they change and develop themselves while I'm building, so it might be a little different than I actually imagine it. I'm always redeveloping the ideal, even though the ideal is already developed in my own head. Huh. This could do. This could slide. Actually, I have an ideal. Shit, I'm doing it again. Alright, let's see what my ideal can come up with. Usually my ideals get me going into random directions, but this seems good for now. So let's see what this really is. Alright. I'm seeing more of a tower coming up here and then two like wings to the side of building. Like building wings. One that simply seems to curl a bit too. One of them will curl. This could either be a guard station or a church. Alright, now we got that. Alright, now we got the design of the roof. 2, 3. 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Absolute awesome. Now that we got this part done, got the main problem of figuring out how we're gonna style this out the way. Boom. A good place for the guards to sleep. A good place for their weapons. A good area to like post up outside at. You know what? I think I should build a village here. No, actually, that's not a good idea. It could be an interesting idea, but I'll have to like villager proof my location. You know what? Maybe I should do that. I could turn this into a more villager friendly area too. And I could be close to the iron golems that protect me. Um that could work actually. I'll put the village area here. But I'll have to make my decision more thorough. Can't afford any mistakes on my builds. Gotta make them perfect. I think I'll go with the roof design and the building design. Stone Age. Yep, this is actually perfect. I'll do it. I'll definitely do this. This just gave birth to a more better ideal, obviously. The reason I'm expanding the wall is because it's kind of becoming a ground border to like keep the ground up. Obviously, what I'm trying to do is make it so the village is a little elevated on this side and make it so they had to jump down to get here. And they had to go all the way around to get back up. And hopefully, if I put stairs or a broken piece of the wall style in an area, they can climb back up without going all the way around. But it could also help with waterfront based defense for the villagers, that they have a way to if the pillagers come from the front, the waterway, they would not be able to easily get in. It's kind of a medieval instant clutch up style. Have a wall that separates the land up to low, high to low. Plus it styles up with this perfectly, so I don't have to do much. Hey guys, just a warning, I'm trying my hardest to get to like 4K subscribers by the end of this year when 2026 hits. So please share this out to those who like Minecraft, gaming, or just music, because I got a lot of music content, I got a lot of gaming content, and that's kind of like the main channel, the main stuff on my channel is that. And it will help a lot of people know about my content, so they can like see what I'm about and actually get to check it out. I know you guys are probably thinking, why am I only stopping at this dirt mound I made, this dirt wall? And that's because I'm pacing myself. I'm not doing the whole thing right away. I gotta like do slices at a time. Be smart, not stupid enough to try to do the whole thing, get discouraged, and then make it look ugly. At least if I do it one step at a time, for me it feels less like compact and harsh. At least I have time to do it. Plus, the ground is gonna have to build itself anyway, so at least I will be able to make it and then let it sit and make grass again. Because while yes, I am building the ground level, I am not necessarily building grass, blocks. I'm just putting dirt down and letting natural Minecraft generation systems tell the dirt blocks to update to grass. Because I don't want to do all that. I think what Minecraft should have done with the new weird block that makes little firefly block, like firefly effect come out, is it should have made a firefly effect for normal grass, or made a firefly effect command, or even a fire